If you're still clicking through 10 tabs to prep for Monday's meeting, then this video is going to blow your mind. I want to introduce you to Perplexity AI. It takes the best of tools like ChatGPT, Google, Bloomberg, and it will allow you to do 10 hours of research in 10 minutes. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to use Perplexity AI to speed up research for your finance or accounting job. If that sounds good, let's get rolling. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've worked in finance everywhere from brand new startups all the way to the Fortune 100. And over that time, I've done my share of mind-numbing research. And usually, I'm doing that research with much less time than I actually need to complete the research. So Perplexity AI has been a complete game changer for me because it can do deep research on the internet. A lot deeper research than a tool like Google, along the lines of something like Bloomberg, but it's also going to give you the benefit of ChatGPT, where it's going to summarize that research. It's going to put that research together in a package that you need and do all of the work for you, leaving you to make kind of the final judgment calls about the data to include and the story to tell. And this isn't just going to be a tool review. I'm going to show you real use cases and 3 step-by-step examples of how Perplexity AI plugs right into your finance or accounting job. Make sure to stick around to the end because number 3 has been a huge help to my team and probably the biggest time saver. With all that out of the way, let's get rolling. So here's how you can use Perplexity AI to cut 5 hours or more of finance research out with this free tool. So first of all, what is Perplexity AI? Well, it combines AI chatbots with real-time web search. It can summarize insights and give you clickable, real sources with academic integrity. It's built for speed, accuracy, and depth. Think about it like ChatGPT combined with Google, combined with Bloomberg. There are so many finance use cases for this technology. You can summarize earning calls in seconds. You can compare sector margins and valuations for benchmarking. You can build macro trend-based forecasts. You can decode regulations with less jargon just so you can better understand and explain it. And you can save research threads to spaces for easy sharing so other people can come in and work with your research as well. Now, if you haven't seen it before, I want to make sure you're familiar with my Spark framework. This is the ultimate framework for prompting any AI tool, including Perplexity. Spark stands for SPARK. Set the scene, provide a task, add background, request an output, and keep the conversation going. To set the scene, you want to give it a job. Act as a stock analyst. Then you're going to provide a task. What specifically do you want me to get back? Add background or context and the information the AI will need to know. Request an output, a specific format of the output that you need back. And then the biggest tip that I found to improve the AI outputs that I get is to say, ask me any questions you need to provide a better response. AI tools will just make decisions if you don't give them enough context, and this prompt allows them to ask you if they don't understand. You don't want the AI tool making the decisions, you want you making the decisions. So remember this framework, it works for every AI tool, including Perplexity. Have any questions so far? Go ahead and leave it down in the comments. I read and respond to every single one, and I'm more than happy to help. So I'm going to take you through 3 examples. In the first example, we're going to go out and research and summarize a Q4 earnings report. In the second example, we're going to conduct market research for a specific sector. And in the third, we're going to conduct benchmarking against sectors. All of these are common finance and accounting functions. I hope at least one of them works where you can just lift it right into your job to get started. What's most important, though, is to focus on the framework. Perplexity AI is a very powerful tool, so if you learn the framework and the way to approach these 3 use cases, you can apply it to really anything. Here's a couple of tips to get the best results. You want to be very specific. The Spark framework will help you with that, but be as specific as possible. You can use follow-up questions to dig deeper into the research. You don't just have to prompt once. Make sure not to upload any confidential data into it unless you're on an enterprise software. And then click on the sources. Trust Perplexity, but verify the sources and verify the claims it's making. For our first example, we're going to ask Perplexity to help us summarize a Q4 earnings report. I'm going to paste in my prompt, and this is using the Spark framework. So act as a stock analyst. Review and summarize Microsoft's Q4 2024 earnings call. I specifically want to understand any risks to the business. Give me a 1 to 2 paragraph summary and then a SWOT analysis. Ask me any questions you need to provide the best possible answer. Now, I have it on search. I have it on search and I'm using Pro Search. I'm using all the free functions. You get 3 free Pro Searches a day. You get 3 free researches a day. Now, deep research is really impressive. It can come back with a lot of data and it's good for long-term projects. But research comes back really slowly because it's doing so much processing. So for day-to-day work, I highly recommend just using search. It will give you research anyways, and save research for when you're looking to do really long-term or in-depth projects. Now coming over here, there's a couple of buttons. You can choose a different model if you want. The basic model, the best model for the query, is usually easiest. You can click this button and set the sources for your search if you want to include web, academic, social. In this case, I just want web. You can do attachments if you want to provide additional information, and you can dictate to it if you want to talk to text. But we've got our prompt in. Let's go ahead and send it and see what we get back. Okay, so Perplexity is searching and now it's processing the ask. All right, so now it's extracted all the data and it's coming back with the information. Beautiful. So here's our summary. Microsoft delivered another strong quarter, exceeding analyst expectations. And here's the SWOT analysis. Absolutely beautiful. It's giving us strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Every single thing is cited. So here's something from investing.com. If I want to go over there, I can double check. And here's all the information straight from a source covering the earnings call. Then it asks some questions. Are we interested in more detail on specific business segments? Would we like a deeper dive into the competitive landscape? Do we want an outlook? And then if we come down, it also gives us any related queries if we want to go down another research path. Absolutely impressive. It did all of that in under 2 minutes. And really, if this is one of our competitors or if this is a business we're covering, it's given us 90% of the information we need. And most importantly, it's given us all of the sources referencing where it got the information. Now, for our next example, we're going to ask Perplexity to help us conduct market research for a specific sector. So again, we'll go ahead and paste our prompt in using the Spark framework. Act as a research analyst. I need to analyze the market outlook for U.S. semiconductors in 2025. Make sure to include key risks and regulatory issues. Give me a white paper style report and ask me any questions you need to give the best possible response. And we'll go ahead and send it. Okay, so Perplexity's processing. It's going to get the information. It's going to identify the key risks. You'll see it's pulling in all of the different sources here. And now it's starting to compile the white paper. The great thing about this is for the white paper is that it's pulling in sources in line. So as it's writing, it's citing its sources. It makes it very easy for us to check and verify the information. All right, and now that it's done all that, it's pulled in 26 sources and it's writing the formal white paper for us. Biggest sources at the top. And now you'll see it's formatting it like a white paper. So it's getting the initial executive summary bullet, positioned for robust growth, market growth and drivers, again, all with sources in line. Key risks, regulatory challenges, and even better, strategic recommendations based on stuff that it's seen work before. Again, it's pulling in fresh research and data from the internet, and it's also using the chatbot and LLM functionality of something like a ChatGPT to put these thoughts together and give us additional ideas. Plus, it gives us some related topics if we want to go down additional research pathways. Ultimately, the trick for AI is that you want AI to get to a point where it can provide you about 80% of the work, and then you do the last 20% of polishing. In this case, that's going to be things like really just verifying the sources, because the formatting here is great. So you just want to make sure and verify that all the information it's giving you is accurate and ready to present. But overall, a really fantastic output from Perplexity, and a report like this, I mean, this would have taken myself or someone on my team 10 to 20 hours to pull together if we're looking for all of the right sources and writing this out, and Perplexity just did it in seconds. If you're enjoying this video so far, then click the link in the description to join my free weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider. I'll send you a copy every Thursday with automation tips, tricks, and hacks just like this. Plus, when you sign up, I'll send you my guide to 15 5-minute finance automations to get you automating today. All right, and now for our last case study, we're going to look at benchmarking across sectors. This is a really powerful tool for benchmarking research, and we're going to show you how to do that right now. So here's our prompt, again, using the Spark framework. Act as a financial analyst. Compare average operating margins in tech, consumer goods, and healthcare. Give a high-level overview of why margins are higher or lower in each sector and the trend for each sector. Output this data in a format that can be copied and pasted into PowerPoint. I love this prompt because then you're ready to just literally copy and paste it into your presentations. Such a cool prompt to use. And ask any questions you need to provide the best possible response. And we'll go ahead and send that. All right, again, Perplexity is going out and looking for its sources. It's reading all the different information. Now it's pulling together the operating margin comparison. It's giving me the high-level overview for each industry, why the margins are higher, moderate, and lower, and the trend. And here's our copy and paste ready PowerPoint summary, as well as some additional questions and some related information. But this is if I was doing a slide on this and I wanted to talk about the margins in these industries. This is literally ready to copy and paste, including recommendations on kind of directional signs. And again, I can come back and all of the citations are in line, and I can pull that right up. And honestly, I wasn't even expecting this chart, but this chart could be good to just pull into PowerPoint as well instead of using the bullets, but I've got lots of options, and that's really what's important. Perplexity just gives you so much data, and all of it is based on reputable sources that you can click on and verify. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about AI tools for finance and accounting, then I'm going to put a video right here. It's my review of the 7 best AI tools for finance. It's going to tell you which ones can help you the most in your job and which ones you need to avoid at all costs. I'll see you over there. This is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.